SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we got a very interesting developing story. This one's from Fierce Wireless. I'll link it. Linda Hardesty. It's got Verizon and AT&T kind of in a squibble here. It's really interesting angle. I'll give you guys all the facts and kind of like what we know about the story itself. And then I'll give you kind of my take at the end, which is typically what I do. Anyways, before I start, I just want to let you guys know that we have the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to support your creators and help Sneed get more coffee, which I love, drinking it right now. You guys can use that link and support your creators directly. And if you're looking for, a great deal on wireless service, try Mint Mobile. Use the partner link in the description. Save money and support the channel in the process. Thanks for those considerations. All right, so the basic premise of the story, as titled here, Verizon advisors slam AT&T's influence over FirstNet investments. Basically, it's Verizon publicly being critical of AT&T and their FirstNet build process. Right, FirstNet is owned by the FirstNet Authority, but AT&T is the primary contractor that deploys and manages that core network access. 5 members of Verizon's First Responder Advisory Council are bringing to attention a report that's critical of FirstNet's relationship with AT&T with respect to probably tens of billions of dollars in investment. All right, the report published in November of 22 based on the findings of auditors at the Office of the Inspector General at the U.S. Department of Commerce. So that's some of the technical stuff. Verizon has basically said, overall, we found that FirstNet Authority has not established a sound process for selecting reinvestment opportunities. FirstNet Authority could not demonstrate that these investment opportunities were the most appropriate or efficient use of resources. Going on to say that the FirstNet Authority relied on information from AT&T that appeared to influence the process of identifying and selecting reinvestment opportunities. Specifically, the report indicates that AT&T made upgrades to the network for their 5G network, which were partially funded by FirstNet monies, without first getting final approvals from the Department of Commerce. All right, now there is a response and a rebuttal from FirstNet. The audit does not appear to take into account actions FirstNet had taken, such as collaborating with the NTIA and the Office Acquisition Management. Reps from the NTIA responded, which, by the way, the NTIA is part of the Department of Commerce. They sent a response to the auditor's draft report, and they said, although it accepted many of the auditor's recommendations for future investments in FirstNet, they defended FirstNet's work with AT&T, saying, given the long-term relationship established by the contract with AT&T and building on the government's substantial initial core and radio access network investments, FirstNet Authority and AT&T must collaborate closely on foundational investments such as 5G network upgrades. Okay, so anyways, all that very technical, but here's the process. Verizon's mission or goal for doing this, for making this critique in this report, AT&T's network has been completely modernized and upgraded via the one-touch policy that AT&T has deployed. While they make the FirstNet upgrades, they're also upgrading their core commercial network. This benefits their coverage and capacity. Both for the business and the consumer customers are able to leverage these upgrades. Verizon still supports first responder and frontline accounts, which is in direct competition with the FirstNet contract that AT&T won back in 2017 and has garnered them an approach of probably about 5 million customers with tens of thousands of public safety organizations, things like fire, EMS, police, government officials, all of that. Verizon may regret not putting their bid in on the FirstNet contract several years ago. They probably want in on that funding and all the benefits that come with it. But that's on Verizon. They had their chance to be the FirstNet contract. They had their chance to get it, and they didn't. Now it seems like they're kind of crying over spilled milk, and it's more of like too little too late. But they're going to go ahead and try to shake things up, critique, and have these officials kind of looking into this. Kind of maybe trying to hurt AT&T in a way. Remember, they're in direct competition here. All right, and then T-Mobile has also been critical of FirstNet as well as not giving their first responders access to those network assets, which I don't think that's going to go anywhere. But I think that's kind of the rub here. Maybe Verizon's got a little bit of buyer's remorse or, not being responsive to the opportunity and now wishes that they had some of that funding. Who knows? Maybe something like this, along with some additional critiques, could lead to something in the future. I will tell you, though, by them having the support from those entities, the NTIA, the Department of Commerce, that does help AT&T's case. But Verizon's they're gonna shoot their shot, that's for sure, because it's all about competition, right? We'll see how this plays out. Again, I don't know if this is anything substantial. I'll leave that up to those in the know. And actually, maybe you have some insight on this. Maybe you've seen something like this play out in public. Let me know if you think it's substantial enough to actually create something, in the future that could involve something a little bit more serious. In the worst case scenario, I guess it could potentially mean that the FirstNet Authority could move to Verizon, right? And that would be the worst case scenario, and I think that would need something more dramatic than this. What do you guys think of this? Big deal? No big deal? Your take? Welcome in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on that bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for all things going on with the channel. Big shout out to my YouTube members and patrons for making content on this channel possible. And also, if you want to support the channel, the Buy Me a Coffee link is there. And also the Mint Mobile, our partner link is there if you want to try out that service, save money, and support us. Thank you to everyone for watching. Appreciate it. We shall see you all in the next video. Peace.